it's MK, and I am here with the fourth layout for my Kit Conspiracy kit for April 2026, and I'm also playing along with stitches and stencils. So, from this paper collection, from the paper Blessed Blooms, I have fussy cut out all of the flowers, every single flower that was on that piece of paper, even some of the ones that were off the edge. I actually had help from one of the crop attendees. Thank you, Stephanie, for helping me fussy cut out all of these and being so generous to even offer. I loved that. For my stitching, I'm going to be using the fishbone stitches and the lazy daisy and the woven rose from my starter set ruler. So this ruler is only available in the starter set. I also am going to be pulling out a few pieces from this embellishment set or die cut set. I have 3 photos of my daughter. This is her lute from Christmas, and she was actually building a Lego flower pot with orchids in it. From Tim Holtz, I've got the lattice work stencil I thought would be really super pretty for this Farmhouse collection. And then I think I'm going to use fossilized amber, but I might use weathered wood or bundled sage, or nope, that was iced spruce. I apologize. So I'm not really sure yet what color, but those are the colors that I have picked out that I feel like match this collection beautifully. I also have the sticker sheet at hand if I am going to use it at all. And then I will be fussy cutting out half of these tags. I was going to call them tickets, as well as fussy cutting out this sheet here, because then I have more embellishments as well. So yes, so that was farm tags is what that one is called. And then the other one is called multi-journaling cards. So that's what those are. And then I have this beautiful paper that I'm not sure if I'm going to use, but I think I'm definitely going to use the potted flowers, because that's what she's making, is a potted flower. Maybe not the same flowers, but it goes with the story. So this one's Perfect Day Plaid. So it's got this blue on one side, and then it's this beautiful potted flower on the other side. And as you guys can guess from the other 3 layouts, that I do end up using this paper because I used the plaid on another layout and the flowers on another layout. So yes, my layouts are made out of order because I try to do the stitching first, because that takes the longest. All right, so I'm going to go off camera and go ahead and fussy cut these out. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to fussy cut out just what I want or fussy cut out everything. I did end up fussy cutting out everything, just so that way I could have them for other layouts. Okay, so here is the paper that I have settled on, and I'm going to, obviously, you've seen the scraps. I'm going to use my tearing ruler and rip this paper so that way I can use it for what I am going to use it for. I don't want all of it. I'm just trying to decide, do I want it to go at this angle or do I want it to go at the other angle? Which direction do I want my layout to face? That was pretty much where I was headed with that. So I'm going to start with the piece on top because when I tear in layers. And so I'm going to go with the piece on top and then the piece on the bottom. And I actually kind of liked how this piece was ripped, but this is how I get this wonky piece. In case you guys were curious, the piece that I used yesterday on yesterday's layout, this is how I ended up with it, because it ripped out really super cool. Like, how can you throw something like that away? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out how much of this potted paper I want to have on my layout. So this was just a super cute picture of my daughter in her room. She's got all of her Christmas presents spread out around her. And this is what the boys do up in their room as well. When they used to share a room, they don't share one now. They all have their own room, but this is what they did, is they always usually take the Legos to one person's room, and then they would sit there and do all their Legos together. And I just took one picture, and I had, everybody sitting down and doing the Legos. Well, for this particular year, Kyrie went into her room and did her Legos, and you can see the Lego box down there. I don't know if I keep it in the picture or if I shrink the pictures down and cut them smaller. That I don't know yet. But then Isaac took his downstairs in his room, and Gabe took his upstairs in his room. So I actually have lots of Lego pictures this year. And then William doesn't do his right away. He does other things and saves his, because his are like the ones where they are miniaturized buildings, or like he has a movie reel thing. I'm not really sure. So his aren't, I don't know, his are a little different than what the other kids use. And especially Isaac does cars. He likes the Technics. And then Gabe likes the movie ones, the ones that, are scenes from movies and whatnot. So, all right. So I did my thing again. I traced out where my paper was going to be, and then I decided where I wanted my stenciling. So my stencil part is done for stitches and stencils. Now I just need to stitch. And then when I travel, this is kind of how I keep my blender brushes. But I have found that I need to find the little covers for my blender brushes. I do not like how, because I don't clean them, I don't like how they are all getting messy on the back, and the ink is rubbing off onto the next blender brush. And so, yes, I need to invest in the little blender covers and whatnot. So I do have different sizes of blenders, so I'm not really sure if I need to figure out if one size fits all, or if they only make them for that medium size, because some of mine are bigger, and then some of them are the medium, and then I've got a smaller set. So I'm not really sure. I will definitely just have to go somewheres and find the covers for them, just for traveling, you guys. I won't do it for my at home, because they don't touch at home. They only touch when they travel. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So just for video purposes, I went and I poked out all of the pieces. I just did one on camera. And then, as you can see on the back, I poked out all of them, all the pieces that I wanted, a few little lazy daisies, a few little woven roses, and then I am stitching my leaves right now. But you only get to see me do one, because I didn't know how much camera space, because I am doing a new camera. As you can see right there, there's the arm for my little phone stand. I'm trying it on a cell phone, you guys. I never recorded on a cell phone before, so this is different and very different for me. But there are all my stitches. I've got my lazy daisies. I have my leaves, and then my woven roses. I love the roses poked out in that beautiful red color. It is just absolutely beautiful. Yes, I purposely did some tucked under some pictures, just so that way I can work them into the rest of the layout. I wanted them to become part of my clusters. And so I like the idea of having paper flowers mixed with the stitched flowers. And so I wanted to make sure that, when I go to lay out my pieces, they look like they were intended to be there. Now, did I lay out all these flowers to see if that's the way they were going to work? No, I did not do this part. So it is going to take a little bit of moving things around to see how well everything blends together. But my favorite part about these fussy cut flowers are these little yellow sprinkled flowers. They're a cluster of 3 little yellow flowers all in one, and I love how they just add to every single floral cluster that I do. It's just great, you guys. I don't know. I wasn't going to cut them out, and I'm glad that I did, because they really do help fill in the blanks or fill in the gaps of my clusters. So it's super fun. But yes, I am going to be shifting things around just a bit. One of my stitches ends up getting covered up most of the way. Again, because I didn't know. I didn't lay out all this stuff just to see where my stitching was going to go. I guessed at all of it. So yes, one of my little flowers right here ends up getting pretty much covered up, or my leaf down there at the bottom, the leaf for the rose does end up getting covered up mostly. I think there is one picture where you can kind of still see it, but yeah, it does. And part of that is because I'm trying to cover up whatever was on this wordy tag thing. I don't really know what it was, but I'm like a lazy Susan with flowers on it. I don't know. I'm trying to cover it up because I want the tag to be, or the wordy bit to be tucked in. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just playing around with it, making sure that everything looks like it belonged there, which is the hardest part. Honestly, it's the hardest part of, guessing where things are supposed to be going. So here's where I decide, nope, I need something right here. So I am going to end up covering up a little bit of the stitch, well, a lot of the stitching. So yes, I needed some yellow down there, and this flower was perfect. I love how this turned out. I really, really do. I was super stoked I just was super stoked with how it all came together, to be honest. So I got my stitching in. I've got my stenciling in. I love this. I shared with you guys how to use the ruler one more time. I believe I have 2 more layouts planned out to share with you guys the rest of the images on the ruler. So stay tuned with those. I know it's been a bit. I did the tutorial on how to actually stitch with the ruler back in March. I've done 1 layout since. Here is the second layout, and then I still have 2 more layouts that will probably come in May because they don't match what I am working on here, or they might end up at the end of Kit Conspiracy. I'm not really sure. So in our kit that we got at this retreat, I had these little pebbles, is what the company calls. I apologize, I don't remember the name of the company. But on the packaging, they're called pebbles, and I put them in the center of my lazy daisies. I just felt like my center needed something. I've used sequins, now enamel dots, and then I've seen Janet actually use, what's that stitch called? It is called a French knot. So I've seen her use a French knot in the center of the daisies. So super, super fun. I love the added texture of having these types of stitches blended in with my paper flowers. It just gives it that, oh, look at that look, and oh, look at that look. So anyways, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel down below. I cannot wait to see her stitches and stencils and what she does with this collection. I have been loving all of her layouts so far. So don't forget to go and check out her Kit Conspiracy channel. Don't forget to check out her YouTube channel, Galaxy Girl Creations, here on YouTube. Also, too, don't forget to check out our Facebook group of Kit Conspiracy to see who else is playing along, either with a collection that color matches, or their own collection that they put together, or they had this collection in their stash. It's fabulous seeing all the cool things that people are making along with us. And then, of course, I have a playlist down below in case you want to go and check out past Kit Conspiracy kits. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much, and I'll check you guys all later. Bye.